The setup ready? There we go. Are we ready? Yes, definitely. Okay. So welcome everybody to the Spirit at Works channel. At Spirit at Works, we believe in three core values, which is sexual purity, influence, and excellence. And today I have with me a handsome gentleman, Kingsley. I like that smile. I did that. I did that on purpose. So I have to make Kingsley, and as Spirit at Works, one phrase we go by is that what you see is what you become. And therefore, you have to be mindful of what you keep seeing. So, I mean, just everybody would like to hear from you. I'm sure they've heard a lot from me and about me. So, Kingsley, please, a brief introduction, your name, and what you do currently.
Okay, so my name is Osei, Bonsu. I'm a Christian. And I'm currently a student at Montana State University. I'm reading a master's program in statistics.
Okay, thank you, Kingsley. I think that you have to project a bit.
My voice, okay.
Yes, because I think we are in a virtual space and it's very open and we're not using microphones, so we have to project to be heard. So thank you so much, Kingsley. And as you all know from today's interesting topic, I'm so excited about it. One, because I'm not having to do it with a female, which is the norm. No, okay, not norm, which is normally what we see ladies talking about this. But I'm very excited that it's with a guy, and I would like to hear from the guy's perspective. So to start with our discussion for today, Kingsley, I would like to know your personal view on purity, what purity means to you as a person.
Okay, so my understanding of purity is,
I think we'll have to project it because you're not using microphones.
okay. My understanding of purity is anything that is honorable to God. So honoring God with your body, your thoughts, and then your actions are basically what sums up like purity. As Christians, we've been given the word of God. And the word of God contains so many instructions. So if you call yourself a Christian, you should be able to actually follow or go by these like principles of these instructions.
Okay,
So somebody,
please finish.
okay. So somebody who is pure is somebody who is just presenting himself as an honorable you, something like that.
Okay, so given the background that you just mentioned, is purity relative? Like, is my purity different from your purity?
If you're a Christian, if you are
Yes.
Christian,
Like what you do that you feel like it's gonna make you impure or honor God with your body. So for instance, let me say I I drink and I'm honoring God with my body drinking. So will my purity be relative compared to your purity?
what are you drinking? Are you drinking water?
Okay, so when I say I drink, it means like I take in alcohol.
Oh, so if you're taking alcohol,
Like I
what
said, I drink sometimes socially to be drunk.
mm, okay.
Will
So
my
I
my
think
standard for purity be different from yours?
it shouldn't be different. It shouldn't be different. It should be the
So
same.
how do I know that I'm living a pure life? Or for you, what does it mean to you? That I want to understand like the brackets under which you define your purity.
Okay. So as I mentioned three different aspects. That is honoring God with your body, your thoughts, and then your actions.
Okay.
So if you're honoring God with your body, it means all your senses, like your eyes, what you do, like how you feel, stuff like that. Everything should be honorable to God. So personally for me, I know that engaging in sexual immorality is against God's law. In
So
that
that
case, I'm not going to.
also sorry, but that will also involve sexual when you say sexual immorality, sorry, it has to do with your thought also, your body,
Yeah,
and your what's the third one?
your actions.
And your action. Okay.
So if I'm using my eyes to see something, and that then I'm going to see, it's going to influence my thoughts for me to act in a certain way. That is what I'm able to do. That means I'm actually putting myself in an actual area.
Okay.
So basically how I feel about that. How I think about it.
Okay, I think I like your perspective because if it was narrowed to just actions, then there'll be some caveats around it. There'll be some exceptions around it. But now that you're adding thoughts, so now I'm also thinking through my thoughts. That means that it could happen through my thoughts and it could happen through my actions, or it could happen with my body as well. So I think that brings everybody under the same umbrella, if I'm allowed to say. But would you say that your Christian faith or your belief has influenced your perception on purity? Or let's say, how has your upbringing of faith influenced your view on purity?
Okay, so personally for me, I grew up under strict parents. My
You
parents
grew
were
up
very strict.
what?
My parents were very strict. Like, the home
Okay.
I come from, my parents, my mom is strict, my dad is strict, and that could actually arise from the fact that we moved into a new neighborhood. And then in the new neighborhood, my mother felt that the people around us weren't like going to be acceptable for my life. So mostly we're kept indoors. So personally for me, there are so many social activities that currently I'm not able to do, like playing football or playing video games and stuff like that.
Is football
So
also part of the strict rules?
there are also about the strict rules. I'm trying to say that because of the strict rules, I
Okay.
wasn't allowed to go like outside to go and like socialize with people,
Okay.
get to know people, play football outside and stuff like that. Yeah. So
Okay.
that actually tells you how strict my parents were. And the only time I actually felt like I had my breakthrough was in 2010 when I joined when I joined the Pentecost church in my neighborhood. And so through them, we used to go for like Bible cruises and then we used to like stay out for a very long time. So I actually had a new family there. And they actually built me like social. We got me exposed to like the outside world, like getting to meet people and stuff like that. So I'll say that my upbringing, like my parents actually played a part in making sure that I didn't actually mess my life up like at a very young age. And then the church I found myself in, they really, really helped me a lot. I still have people I talk to from today, and they keep inspiring me. If I had not met them, like by now, I don't know where I would have been. They inspired me, they spoke to me about God, like, they taught me about two Sundays to like, going to church. They really built me up. So, one, my parents, and then two, the church I found myself.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So would you have said that if you had just one or two American parents who were not religious, like you'd be over the board?
I'm sure it will be. I mean, you don't know, so you can't really tell.
Oh, then
So,
I feel that it's by grace and mercy that even like the
yeah,
sometimes the kind of parents that you have can actually influence you. You might not see the mercy in the kind of parents or godly parents upbringing that it has on you. Because there's something that my big brothers, I have like three big brothers, that they always tell me, maybe sometimes when I post my pictures or something on one of them doing something, like, oh God, as for you, if Jesus did not meet you before the like Satan got to you before Jesus, that would be in trouble for this world. But we thank God that the blood was sufficient to drip on your head. Right? So I strongly believe that yes, even for any other person living setting godly lifestyle, your parents plays a vital role. So we should all be encouraged to be good parents also to our children and help them because the foundation, whatever family foundation you come from, actually influences you as well. So we thank God for good parents. But even if your parents were not, allowed you to be very liberal, also it's about time you also take your own, you also take charge of your life by the grace of God to do things in the right way. And that's the message of salvation. We always don't dwell on the past, but we always look into the future and for the betterment of it. So that's gonna lead us to our next this is very this is very important to me, and this is very, I won't say this is very sensitive, but what are some of the unique challenges? Very unique that men face in staying sexually pure. So even before I start, let me just say it. Sometimes like I'm talking to my male buddies or my male friends, then it'll be like they go through lots of sexual changes. They mention about incidents that happen early in the morning when they wake up. Sometimes sexual urges, uncontrollable, different things. I mean, happening, different things happening with them. Like different things, sorry, different stuff happening with them. So what would be, from your own perspective, um, some of the unique challenges that you think men face with
Okay.
regards to
So the
sexual
problem is,
purity?
you know
Yes.
that good men and then women, everybody is different. And then, you see,
Maybe
sometimes I'm someone.
you can talk for men. I could talk for women.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. So let me talk for men.
Okay, that's
As
fine.
somebody, I use Instagram and I know you've seen me there a couple of times. Like, I use Instagram and then you take your phone and then you're trying to search for someone. And then the options you get, like, you start looking to realize that, nah, child, you don't share with any, what will happen to you?
So like options like what?
Or that, like, I don't know, but
Also, for instance,
sometimes
maybe you search my name, Ruby. What kind of options are you?
I search your name. I'm about to search your name.
Okay.
Then the options that come, once you tap like the search button, you
Mm-hmm.
see some pictures, like you see people, like,
Mm-hmm.
like you give you suggestions.
It's me you're looking for. So just tap on me.
Before I tap on you, is it, I don't know, but men are really moved by what they see. That's my
Okay.
answer. Yeah. So again, before I tap like to search your name. Some of the options that I get, if I'm not careful, I'll be easily swayed. And
Okay.
then I won't focus on searching on you, but I'll focus on doing something that might lead to something else.
I have to be a priority.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to get friends. And this other devil has to do like they are very enticing.
Also, is that to say that if a male is not on Instagram, then he's not gonna be
Oh
faced with
no, you have so many platforms. Like you have so many platforms. Right now, what are the days when like information it was very difficult for me to find certain things. But currently, I want to take your phone, going places like Twitter. I'm currently not active on Twitter, like X.
and what's your
Okay.
reason?
I don't know because of these things. Like that's the reason why I'm not really active there. Like I'm not. I don't know the last time I used Twitter. Yeah.
But wait, you're on Snapchat.
I'm on Snapchat.
So Twitter
Yeah,
and Snapchat, which is more dangerous?
Snapchat is dangerous, but then I feel like I'm selectively social. Like
Okay,
who to follow. I don't.
that
I
makes
don't
sense.
really follow just anyone. I follow people I know.
Okay,
And the people I follow, I doubt they give me like. And I'm somebody I will follow people like very quick. Once I realize that when we posted something and it is going to be detrimental to my well-being, I'll just take it off. That's how I am. So I think I used to have like 5,000. I was following like 5,000 people on Instagram. And I've reduced it to like less than 2,000.
okay.
It's either they weren't really active on Instagram or like some of the things they post, like I don't really enjoy them. I just put them. And
I mean,
Snapchat too.
uh-huh.
And Snapchat too. Sometimes if you're there and then you be getting some weird like add friend requests that people will be actually sending you requests. You accept them and later realize that these
They're
people are not
devils.
exactly. So you just have to take them offline. Sometimes I just go there and then I'm taking photos like taking photos
I
like that.
feel you. I feel you on the Snapchat because there was a time where I either deleted my Snap or I deactivated it. And one of the reasons was initially I used to accept like just anyone that I see, I just accept it. And I saw a video call coming. So I don't know. I think that time, like when someone's calling you, like before you pick the call, you can actually see the preview of the person. I don't know why Snapchat does that.
Yeah.
And I saw what I didn't want to see. I was so annoyed because okay, that's me personally. I feel like um I mean your private stuff is that's why it's called private. It's supposed to be for you alone. But like to do that to that extent to somebody that you don't know, Oh Jesus. I was like, this is so nasty. Like this is crazy. And I think that for me personally, that's why even on Snap, if I don't know you personally, you might have you would have to. I don't even know how I'm going to be verify you, but I hardly include people that I don't know. And even on Instagram, if you're trying to connect with me and you're not my friend and you're private, oh Jesus, there's no way I'm going to accept. Like there's no way because I had to find out who I'm adding to my Instagram list. And when I search, I have to let me see one or two pictures. If I'm not able to verify you, okay, I'll let your messages come through, but there's no way I'm gonna follow you or tell the world that I know you from anywhere. One, because I need to know who I'm associating with, and we have no idea how much association speaks a lot about you. Because there's some people that I think it was a time that I received an Instagram request from like a popular, very well-known actor from Nigeria. But I didn't really know him, but I know that I've been seeing him on screens and all that. But I think I just accepted it because he's a mutual friend with like a popular gospel singer in Nigeria too. So I just accepted it based on the fact that, oh, you know this Christian person. But after accepting it, like the stuff that I saw, the kind of discussion, I was like, no way I'm going to do no way I'm going to make this.
Or was it the actual person or was it clone? Most people like hide behind
No,
the
this is actual. I know when I see clone, this is like actual because like the person requested like a phone call and like a video call. So video call is like the best verification. Actually, that's the same face I'm seeing on the screens. So this is like the person. So I'm like, okay, of course, yeah, it's cool to hang out with, I mean, these people. But like the content of the messages, like it's not the best, especially like when you just remember the person. Like it's not the best. And I feel like sometimes people even your friends might even accept certain people to their friend request just because you are mutual friends. They're like, oh, this person knows this one. And there's a popular movie, Christian movie like that, Prophet Suddenly, that thing that highlights on associating with certain people. Because by associating, someone be think like, oh, that means that I mean, you're all cool, you all believe in the same thing. And that can actually go against you. So I strongly believe that watching all these will be very helpful in keeping your connection pure. So if I get you right or I captured everything, that means most of your challenges come from social media.
Yeah.
Are there outside social media? So that means that if, technically every problem of a guy is solved if they all leave social media.
And not it's not just restricted to just social media. Sometimes we are guys, sometimes we talk about all the conversation we bring up.
So what do you do when your friends bring up such conversations? What are you gonna do? What's your act? Your friends are listening to you. So if next time they are talking, don't say it. They're gonna say you can.
Yeah, it happens. Like sometimes they'll be like, how how then let's talk.
So what are some of the conversations?
There are times like they were talking about other ladies or
No, but what's wrong with saying that, oh, this lady is nice? Unless you're not telling us what they have been saying.
Let's hear what they have been saying.
Yes.
This issue that came up with the
Oh, I think that the volume is quite low. I really want to hear this part. This issue about what?
The equatorial dilemma.
No, I think maybe you have to give me like 30 seconds and let me adjust the sound here. With this. Okay, so I'm back. I had to turn the whatever system that was working off. So in time it would just go, it's kind of yes. So the issue about what?
There was a man who was stranded.
Does he look like you?
Equatorial, he was stranded. I think he was ahead of like something, and then he actually slept.
Oh, I heard, is it the one that they mentioned? Is it 400 women? I don't know how true that is.
Mama, mama.
Was it that one?
Yeah. So it became like a hot topic amongst us, the boys here in Montana.
Oh, so wait, did they ever share one of the videos with you?
Yeah, like it was mostly like a screenshot of the man's picture, and I think something that was going on. So they haven't shared it, like they haven't sent.
What do you mean by the mass picture and something that was going on?
Or like the man's picture and then him in that.
Okay, and
Like
he did the act.
yeah, but it was a screenshot. It wasn't like a
Okay, so
video.
nobody was bold enough to send you a video.
No,
Oh, then I think that there's a scripture that says that the integrity of the righteous shall guard them in the books of Proverbs. So they didn't see you worthy to send it to you.
and there are times like once they are talking about it, they realize that I am there. They be like, it was so wow. Like, they just something like that. But sometimes too, I play
Why were you never curious to get the video?
the video. Oh, I wasn't. I knew, especially for me. It's not like you are flirting with the devil. Like you know that once you start doing this, it's going to lead to like other different things. So I wouldn't try like starting it in the first place. Because, if I wanted to like find the video, I would have found it. But then I
ChatGPT. Oh wait,
yes,
ChatGPT. Okay.
yeah, we have many sources. Like there are
Oh
many sources.
wow. Okay.
There are very many sources. But then not to put myself not in that position. Like, I decided not to. Yeah. And that was one of the reasons why I left Twitter. Like,
Also, it was a lot on Twitter. I mean,
I think they had snippets on Twitter.
okay, got you.
But then, so as I said, once we are conversing, there are times I play dumb. I feel like I know what you're talking about. They
Guys,
ask you a
I hope
question.
you are listening. Anytime he plays down, stress on the matter, keep talking about it, keep saying it. Be on his part. I'll try and test his Christianity.
I play dumb. I'll be like, what I talking about? As if I don't, but sometimes they want to know, they want to know, like, they want to inquire, they want information from you. And these are the same people who try and use it against you sometime in the
Of
future that
course, of course, of course.
so just I guess they ask I don't know what's going on, like so they say yeah.
Okay. So if I get you, I always like to summarize so people on the same page that I mean social media plays a very huge role. But another aspect also has to do with your association, like the friends that you keep. Because if your friends are doing this, I think they say that a person is just an average of the 5 people they surround themselves with. So if you the kind of people that you have, so funny enough, I think that when it started trending for me, I didn't hear about it. So I didn't know about it, and I was talking to my friend from Ohio, and he mentioned that women like cheating too. He doesn't understand why women are always saying, oh, men cheat, men do this, when men do that. Meanwhile, all these women he was with were married women and they agreed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, oh, you've not heard about this equatorial. What's equatorial? How does it look like? So instantly I went on Instagram and I typed equatorial and I saw his face. I was like, but what did the man do? Like, I still don't see anything on the internet like saying what he did. Then he's like, oh, he had 400 women somewhere, married and all that. And a lot of guys ranting that means the women have been unfaithful behind. So now guys have to go do DNA tests. I mean, a whole lot of things. But all I'm trying to stress is that like I I did not hear about it because I didn't have any friend to tell me about it. And even my friend telling me, I mean, that my friend, there was no way he's going to send me the videos. But like he telling me he said he has seen a number, at least more than one, a number of his videos in actions. But he will definitely share with them. But I believe that the kind of pressure that you have as a Christian with your friends says a lot about you. If I believe that if we were in that terms, he would have sent them to me for me to view them. But maybe he viewed me as somebody who might not be interested in the videos or the content of it. And I think that even when I'm scrolling on social media also, because I'd gone to search his name, there will be suggestions of other things. Maybe he paired up with his, I think there was one other picture. So he and his wife, beautiful wife and children and all of that. I just saw the wife and I was so annoyed. I'm like, oh, she's so pretty. It's like, oh, I didn't like a fool. I'm so sorry.
No, but then later on, I heard that his wife also had some standard.
His wife, what?
Yeah, she also has some standard.
Oh, she also has some going on?
Yeah, she has some standard. So it was like everybody doing.
Oh, then instead, this one is equally yoked, Anna. Then marry your type. This one, she also brings us on, so he has met his match. Anyway.
They are living happily now, even with all the allegations.
Oh, they're living happily. Then I'm so sorry that I retract my words. Happily ever after. I did not know the story. I thought it was she might be going through a lot of stuff. So like, why did you marry somebody like that? But anyway, you don't know the story. They say we listen, we don't judge. So for today, we are not judging. Another time we may judge, but not today. So yes, so I believe that yes. So coming back to summarizing again, social media plays a huge role, like even who you follow, right? Because I believe that I had a friend who was dealing with like masturbation and pornography that he opened up to me about it. And in his healing journey, like he deleted his Instagram. He's not on social media except WhatsApp, right? And he changed his emails to retract all the search histories and all that. So I didn't believe that the moment, like, I mean, God forbid that I search any pornographic thing, but the moment I try searching something like that, I feel like the internet is going on, record it some way, somehow. And from then, it's going to be suggesting. So if at any point in your life, like you were actively searching stuff like that and looking out, or even following people who have hashtags to certain content, it suggests certain materials to you. And one way after unfollowing such pages and such people is to sometimes make those changes. Like not keep clicking on stuff that contains what you want to stop doing or what you want to stop seeing. So that's also important. If you have to also change your email and start your profile all afresh, I feel like it's very worth it on your purity journey. So please, what do you say?
The statement curiosity kills the cat. Like sometimes to like being too curious might lead you to doing other things that are not really necessary.
Yes,
so let's say
I totally
I came
agree.
across the man's video like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was curious enough. I wanted to know what really goes on, what really went on. Sorry, I would have just maybe gone somewhere, Telegram or anywhere, and find the video and then watch it, and then it might lead to other things. So there are some things that
When you say it might lead to other things, what are other things?
so like this is the masturbation of the
Okay.
masturbation of the so sometimes you can just see something, just move on. Don't try and inquire further. Because inquiring further might lead you to
So the professionals might say that they say you always have to ask questions. You have to be curious to do well. I
so
mean,
it's good to
job
be
setting.
good to be open-minded. But then some of the curiosity is like so I'm talking to my friends, they mention something like sometimes I get information from people. Like I'm talking to you, you say that oh this month I want to see 400 people. I'll be like, oh, if somebody asks me the next time, I'll be like, oh, I heard about it, oh, the last time. I don't really know like what really went on because I'm not interested in going to like further search and then know like more about them.
Okay, I
I
think I have a
know.
quick question. When you're done, please. I don't like to cut people short.
No, I can answer question.
Oh, thank you. So when it comes to that, I've heard a male friend or a male human say that people can actually see them, but has no effect on them. I know somebody like actively can watch the video, say that, oh, it's just people maybe having sex, but he's not aroused. He doesn't masturbate when he watches them. That's his honest, like that's his honest truth. That
I'm,
nothing like
I'm,
that.
I'm, wondering, I'm wondering the makeup of that man.
They
Yeah,
make it like in wood or plastic.
yeah, like so like I said that all these things they are very similar. If you don't if they're not like if you don't find your grounds, you know that. You can-
Oh, so does it happen to everybody? Because let's say there was this movie, Bridgerton. I've not watched the movie before. Personally, if a movie is not fully Christian, no, I mean, it might be colloquial for all of you to hear it, but I don't buy into it. I don't watch movie. I mean, at my age, that like I see two people kissing, right? That's me personal, my own personal consecration.
Do you watch this movie? Guilt,
No, I
Game
don't.
of Thrones?
No.
So I started watching that movie, but I didn't continue the movie because
Okay.
every scene had like explicit content,
Okay.
people having sexual and I realized that now I didn't into it, so I can't continue. I have to stop watching it. I think I watched that the first. I didn't really watch that much, and I stopped
Game
watching
of
it.
Thrones is seasonal, right?
I see now.
I think I heard people give there was this movie. I think a lot of people give the hype. I think it's either Game of Thrones or there's something like a game where people play a certain squid or uh
Money Heist. I mean, Squid Game.
oh,
Squid Game
Money
is the
Heist
movie.
too. I think Money Heist, when I heard about the title, I didn't understand the heist then. And I searched and heist sounded more like stealing, like
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing with stealing
Yeah.
title? No, the title alone, I'm not watching it. Like, are you crazy? Do you have to overthink every time? I was like, no. I'm not, and up to now, I've not watched Money Heist. I don't know what it's about. All I know is the money. I don't know what it is. Game of Thrones. I think it was one, it was Spartacus. I heard people talk about it. I never watched it. The Bridgerton, I think one female friend. So when I see that it's female, I'm like, okay, maybe I might be biased. It might be soft. It might be, I mean, lovey-dovey. And I think I saw on TikTok people complaining that, oh, there was an intense scene. But I had a male tell me, oh, that intense scene people are making noise about, it's not really intense. It's just oh, but people were really complaining on social media. I'm like, for that alone, I'm not even gonna watch it for 5 minutes. So up to now, I've not watched it. I've not watched a lot of things. If I have to watch on Netflix, I have to preview and know that, oh, most of the movies I watch are fully like Christian. But I can go to the cinema and watch something that's different. It's not Christian. But like if it goes against Christian principles, it doesn't have to be from a Christian production. But I think at least I should be able to learn one Christian principle. It doesn't have to be purity or holiness. It could be money. It could be savings. It could be science. It could be something. But I don't want it playing certain things in my mind. Right. And I think even as spirit at work, that's what we believe. That's what we say so that what you see is what you become. And in the Bible too, there was an instance where Jacob and Laban had an issue with their flocks. And as the flocks were mating and drinking water, and they kept looking at this tribe, this black and white striped stick, they produced children or offsprings after that same symbol. So that's where I have the revelation from that what you see is what you become. So me now, maybe you all wait for me to be married, then I can watch 18 plus. But up to now, no. I'm not even going to start and be skipping. I don't have the time. So I'm very mindful of what I see and what I hear. So I agree. So guys, if you're listening, I think the tidbit at least that you can get from it is be mindful of your social media presence, what you follow, what you watch, and be mindful of your um curious antennas. You don't have to be curious about everything. You can be curious about some stuff, but not everything. And also the kind of friends that you keep. I don't think every guy, you see, we have a good example here. Not every guy. Be that type of guy. Maybe if you're watching me, be that type of guy that you're gonna say, oh, the pastor is in, so let's not talk about this. Or the man of God is here, let's not talk about it. But the moment like people can easily have certain conversations around you, I think that your light is not really shining like for as the world is supposed to see. It means that gradually to one extent you have conformed. So many a times we want to take the position of, oh, it's just them talking about it. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not talking against it. I'm not also talking for it. I'm just there. And they were saying that things. But you have no idea how much of influence it has like over you. There are times say, even if I'm watching Christian movie, in fact, every movie I watch, don't have to say this online. Every movie I watch, I pray before I watch the movie, even if it's Christian, because a Christian can go in error. They can add something which is so not Christian, like, and my understanding might pick up, like, oh, but this thing was done in the movie, so that's okay. Or even when I'm picking people's phone calls, I actually say short prayer before picking people's calls. And I think the reason why I do that is I don't want your call to have a certain influence on me. There's some people that when you after you're called and you are drained. I have friends like that. Like they just drain the whole Christianity in you. If you're 100%, by the time you're done, you're like on 70 or 60 or 5, depending on the kind of conversation. Sometimes you can be depressed. Sometimes they come with competitive spirits, like they come with different things, right? And sometimes they also come in with God energy. But you don't know God is trying to speak through them because your energy is also some way. Like you're not able to discern that, oh, this person, what they are saying is an answer from God to you. So I always want to make sure anytime I'm giving somebody my ears, and then my friends complain a lot, this girl does not like picking calls. And her phone is always on D&D, or when you call, it goes to voicemail. It's because I'm selective. Now today, you guys, so please don't be angry. I'm very selective. And of course, if I'm praying, I'm not going to pick your call anyway. That one is I'm not apologetic about that one. But yes, I'm very mindful what I even say to you because there are a lot of people that think I'm wise. Let me say that. So if I tell them, oh, I think you should use your money, $100 to buy this book, they're going to listen to me because they know I'm wise. So I'm a great mentor with regards to something. So I also want to make sure if I'm talking to somebody, I'm saying something to them, it's what God would tell them if he was face to face with them. I don't want to go and tell someone something that God has a different opinion on. So then before I give opinion about anything, I strongly believe that maybe that's why I like to pray before I talk to people on phone. Something I don't normally do. I have few missed calls. But I realized this week you top the the highest calling on my phone. Maybe because of this. Yes, actually. I saw there's a time I saw like about 4 like continuous because nobody really calling me. And I was like, oh, this where did you come from? Why do you have all these missed calls on my phone? After the program is over, I don't know. But anyway, we are almost wrapping up. So maybe you'd have to mention, I think you mentioned that a kind of family that you came from really helped you, but who has been instrumental in your journey?
Okay.
Your journey of
So
which people have been
my parents,
instrumental for you.
my parents won,
Okay.
and then I have this mentor. It's called Pastor David Ajema. He's
He's
currently,
good. What?
my son is Pastor David Ajema. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was my Sunday school teacher. He actually led me to read actuarial science. He also read actuarial science. So it was
Okay.
like, oh, you like
Is it
actuarial?
old? Because this is my first time hearing his name.
Oh, he is not, he's old before that. He's
Okay.
currently a pastor. He's currently a pastor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's someone, he doesn't judge me. But I was going through a lot some time back. But
Hey,
then,
what? Please, what do you mean by it? What?
let me hear it. Hey,
Please, what's a lot? We have time. Oh.
okay, you,
Okay, summarize
okay,
in high. Don't give us detail because these people they'll be screaming God. So
yeah,
what's a lot?
yeah. During the sessions, I took a phone to school. Yeah, and I'm someone I like reading a lot.
You
So
like reading?
I like reading.
Okay.
Reading, yeah, and reading not like I like reading story like novels, books, like stuff like that. Yeah. So I subscribe to Wattpad. You know Wattpad. I don't know if you've used Wattpad before.
No.
Just site for reading books.
Okay.
But then at a point, some of the stories I was reading, they weren't helping me.
Okay.
They
Like
just be like, let me,
they were not pure, quote unquote.
they were not pure. Yes, exactly. They were not pure. But then they were nice stories. I really enjoyed the story. So I realized that I've picked up certain behaviors
Okay.
and I needed someone to speak to. So I spoke to him because he was my Sunday school teacher. And
Okay.
then apparently when I spoke to him, I realized that I had actually changed because I was someone who was very sociable. But then after some time, he realized that I wanted to work alone. I wanted to do it like alone.
I don't want to cut you short, please. Remember what you were about to say and what you're about to complete. But I hear a lot of times that when people enter like certain behaviors or maybe captured by certain addictions and all others, like they tend to move away from society. Like they tend to want to be alone. What's the reason?
Why? They feel like the object. Like, I don't know. That's what.
And nobody
Sometimes,
nobody knows about it.
nobody knows about it. I know it's something that comes with it. Like,
Okay.
something that comes with it. I don't really know like, the exact reason.
Okay.
Then I spoke to him, and then he was very happy that I had spoken to him about it because he realized that my behavior had changed. That was what he realized. And then I didn't tell him about it. So when I spoke to him, he really advised me. And then it became something we're doing daily. So every time I call him and then he asks me anytime, has this happened? I was like, no. He told me to pray, read my Bible. Then the following day he will call me. So he did that consistently for some time. Then I realized that like right now, I have to pray.
Oh, but so that is that to say that you never fell after again?
I didn't oh,
Like,
it's not that it happened. It's not as
okay.
if it doesn't it's not that it happened. But then once it happens,
How do you feel about it when it happens after a long time, especially when you've gone on a long break of not doing it, then now all of a
yeah,
sudden like,
it's like I've brought you down to like how did they jump into show? Like it's very, very depressing. Very, very depressing.
I
I feel
feel
like
you.
you are struggling for help and then you feel like you've been able to overcome this and then yeah,
You're back to square one.
it's very, very depressing. So I spoke to him, I spoke to him a lot. And also I have people that I pray with. Like
That's important.
more like the phone. I don't know if you watch the movie the phone. But then I have my own kind of the phone. That is like a group of
Oh yes, I've watched The Forge. Please, I'm part of the first people in the world to watch The Forge. I was privileged to be one of the first people to watch The Forge.
oh, I was also privileged to download the movie from Telegram.
No, that's not part. I saw it before. I saw it before you.
Yeah. After watching that movie, I realized that the group I played with it was more like the phone. Like, we are young people who build ourselves up. So every Sunday we meet and then we talk about stuff, relationships, we talk about stuff like money, finance, stuff like that. Yeah. So I realized that I'm not the only person in the world who attached to it. Sometimes you feel like the only person, I say, yeah, you've done yourself very straight, like you don't adhere to certain things. And I realized that we have other like-minded people. So why don't we come together and then we pray on Sundays, we edify ourselves, like we talk a lot about the Bible and stuff like that. Yeah. So these are people that I feel like they've been very instrumental in my life. So it's for that I don't mind you. I don't know, like I owe him a lot because if it's like God's grace, like God through him has done a lot in my life.
Mhm.
Like, he has really helped me a lot. The first time I spoke to him, I felt like the reason why I didn't tell him for some time was because he was my Sunday school teacher. I was anticipating that you like the actually like all what you taught me, like forgetting everything. Like
Mhm.
I felt you judgmental, but then
I feel
when I
you.
talked to him, it was like, oh, we are men. Like we are growing up at a certain point in time, realize that your hormones are trying to act in a very funny way that actually makes you do something. So he really begged me. He understood my pain. He understood that he made me understand that this is very normal. It can happen to almost anybody.
Hmm.
But then I need to take some steps in order to actually break free from that. And he really helped me.
I mean, I strongly like agree with every point because I feel like one thing that has helped me like along the line is accountability. Accountability, like okay, I don't do a lot of my colleague accountability. My colleague accountability can be something of purity, like something of maybe prayers. I have a friend I pray with, and I'm so happy. Like she helps me pray for my future family and all that. But when it comes to like sexual purity, too specific, I have like I don't even know what to call it. I do 100% accountability. That's sick. And when I say 100% accountability, I mean if I visit you and you hold me at the side, when I go, I'm gonna say when I enter the door, you held me at the side. And after you held me at the side, and you held me at the side, that's me. That's the level of accountability I do. If like from the beginning, let's say from the beginning, from handshake, hug, everything, I have somebody that I'm gonna say everything to. And then I think remember the times I've had, okay, so personally I don't do a lot of visitors in my apartment. But like I've had just maybe 2 or 3 visitors since, no, okay, let me just say 5, maybe visitors. Yeah, or friends. But anytime like maybe this person goes beyond friend and like I have a visitor, I tell my father in the Lord that, hey, this person is visiting me. Maybe Kojo is visiting me this week. And I'll listen to all the 10 commandments of what to do, what not to do, what's wrong, what's not wrong. I have one actuarial mentor. I think it was a time that I had a visitor from somebody that was dating, and he was like, I know you, Ruby, I know you're not gonna have sex. I know you want to wait till marriage to have sex. But there are a whole lot of things that you are still not you're not supposed to be doing. It's like, do you like the way he would just he would just lecture me. He's like, do you know kissing is sex? Do you know like kissing, do you know you don't have to do this? I'm like, wait, but at what point did kissing become sex too? Like, no, because when you're kissing, what are you thinking about? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? What happens after? Like, okay, so that means that can you kiss at the mall, like openly, when nothing is happening because if you're in the house. But like I receive, all I'm trying to say that I receive so much lectures. So even if you come visit me, all the lectures are still in my brain. Like when I see you, the moment you hold me on the side, I remember all my lectures. There was a time that I visited somebody like this year, and I was on the flight returning back to my church. And my presiding elder then knew I was gonna visit this person. On the plane, before my flight took off, like the next question that he wouldn't just pick the call, hi, Sister Precious. Okay, so that's my name too. So that's how he calls me by. So, hi, Sister Precious. I'm like, I thought he's gonna ask me, oh, how are you doing? The next question was, I hope you didn't have sex. And I was laughing so loud. I was laughing so loud on it's like I didn't know at the point I felt embarrassed. It was like asked me this question. He was like, he was not even moving to the next, like, I want to hear, like, did you ask? I was like, oh, Elder, no, Elder, like, relax. Like, okay. And that's it. I think I told my friends, they're like, no, your Elder is getting too private with your personal life. Like, no, I don't want to have that personal like you're talking about. I don't know how it. I'm okay, he's asking me. And if I deviate from certain things that I'm told not to do, like I come back and open up. So one thing as a person I don't face, I don't have, or I don't experience, I don't know how it is for people is to feel guilty. Like as a human being, I think maybe that's by the grace of God. One thing I don't experience is guilt. So no matter what I might have done from my past, the reason I'm not feeling guilty is I immediately, or even sometimes on the spot, of course, I'm going to confess to God on the spot. And whoever you are, guilty or not guilty, you know that that's a sin. And I'm going to open up to the next person, like my father in the Lord. So I don't hide stuff. If I hide stuff, then the devil has the mastery to use them against me. But everything I may have done, whether it's minor sin, big sin, anything, I open up to somebody. And of course, when you're opening, you have to make sure that you're telling the right people. Because there's some people that when they hear your stuff, oh Jesus, that's like second Twitter. And before realize it's trending and it's all over the place. And you want to make sure that you are doing, the right thing. So I can I can overstress this topic. Please find somebody to open up to, even if it's minor, even someone holds your hand like this. Find somebody to open up to. It's someone kisses the side of your lip. You say, okay, it didn't touch your lip, but it was just sometimes people can try to give you a peck, but the peck is so close to your mouth, now your brain is confused. Please find somebody to open up to. I mean, it might sound extreme, but when you do the thing about telling your co-friend who is not a spiritual authority is sometimes your friends feel like they're not in a position to judge you. They say, listen, we don't judge. I don't believe that thing though. It applies to certain things, but your friends can easily see you do something. Sometimes your friends will correct you, but there's a level of authority. Your friends don't have authority over you. And that makes the difference. Like, because if I want to sip in something, right? Okay, I'm not a person that will drink, whether socially or whatever. But like the words of my friends might not be that strong to stop me sometimes. but center the words of somebody with authority, which is like God. And that's why in the book of Romans, it tells us to always retain God in our mind. Like to have God in your mind at all the time. Like I tell my friends, anytime I'm eating, the person I'm thinking about is God. I lie not. Like when I eat, I said I'm eating God. Anytime in the morning I take communion, I say, no, God is my consciousness. So I can see God in a lot of things I'm doing. And it helps me because the moment that I forget that God is watching, because like for real, anytime like they say you're taking your clothes off to have sex, or you're trying to stay angry with somebody, living in unforgiveness, some way somehow the consciousness is not there. Because like, okay, I'm angry with somebody, right? And I don't want to forgive them. If I'm conscious that, oh, I also sinned and God forgave me, that consciousness will be able to change my action. So it's the authority, keeping God conscious all the time. Like, okay, I want to do this, but what is God saying? That's why people hardly have sex, like before marriage at the open places, because they know people are watching. But the reason why a lot of these things happen behind closed doors or in rooms is because of the consciousness and nobody's seeing it. That's why it's happening. Right. So if you always walk with the consciousness that God is watching you, I think it will influence your actions to an extent. And there are times that you come to the consciousness like you're in the act, maybe you're kissing, and you know that, oh, but this is wrong, but you're still moving. This is wrong, but you're still moving. At that point, or at any point that you reach, you should be able to repent. They can be okay, you were almost there. Don't say that, oh, let me finish it out. Later, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness. Like you don't finish it. Wherever you at any point in time where the God comes to mind, be it at a kissing phase, maybe touching phase, even the sex phase. I mean, having sex does not mean that God has forsaken you, right? But at any point in time, you should be ready to repent and come back and say, God, I'm sorry. And so I think the main point I want to put across is having God like in your mind all the time. Whatever I'm doing, as I'm watching this YouTube video, oh, God is watching me. Oh, the kind of comments I give to people, the kind of things I do, God is watching and all that. So maybe to our last but one question would be that what boundaries do you believe in and would you be able to communicate it to your partner? What are personal boundaries for you?
Boundaries are very necessary. Yeah, they are very, very necessary. So, first of all, for you to be able to actually communicate with your partner about your boundaries, first of all, the two of you should be equally.
Wait,
Because
so please, I don't want to. I always say I don't want to cut you short. But what happens if you meet somebody who doesn't believe in your boundaries? But you like the person? Yes. In the
yes, so
boundaries you have.
if you are not equally good in the first place, that will mean that you can't agree on certain things.
Okay,
So,
so wait. I like you, Kingsley. I agree that no sex before marriage. That's what I agree. No sex before marriage. But
you're a Christian.
I want that when you visit me, I mean, I'm not going to kiss you. But if it happens, that should be okay. But it's not like I'm coming mainly to come kiss you. But if it happens, that's okay. I mean, cuddling, okay, but no sex. What's your take on it? Is that am I not a red flag for you?
It should be a red flag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, as I'm saying, you're a Christian, I'm a Christian. You should understand some of these things. Because you might see that just case, but then it might lead somewhere that the two of
Please,
us
I'm
might
not
be.
hearing you clearly.
I'm saying that you might see it as near kiss,
Mhm.
but then it might lead somewhere that might not
Where
be
is it
good.
leading? Is it leading to Ohio or Florida?
So that I think before I speaking about this, like this is I don't know, but I've not done some before. But personally for
You've
me, I
not kissed
believe.
before.
I've not.
Okay, that is, I think at this point I'm gonna dedicate 30 seconds to clap for you. I didn't know this about you. I didn't ask you. I'm so the 30 seconds, I think I have 20 seconds more. 10 seconds more. No, that's that's impressive. Okay. But so you've not been curious also?
Oh, no, I've not. I've not really.
I think most of the guys might be saying that, oh, this guy might be gay.
Oh, no, okay, okay, the other. I like the language they usually use is something like Like that's one.
The language they use, ask them what?
Like you don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what's
Also,
what.
you hear that a lot.
Oh yeah, you have to. Oh yeah, we don't feel like nothing like that.
So when you meet a girl and you tell her this, and she's like, nah, how are you going to feel about it? She's like, no. She wants somebody that is, I mean, a bit is on top of his game. Are you going to learn so that you catch up?
Oh nah, like yeah, you already.
Oh, no, she's already a red flag for you.
It's like yeah, it's like
Because I've had instances where men have mentioned that, oh, maybe they were virgins before, but like the lady that they are with was the one that broke their virginity, quote unquote. If men, if men, something like that. So there are times that maybe you might not do it, but because you're not doing it, the lady might try to explore
you
with other people, maybe from her past ex. She gets because she has a certain experience and she's used to that taste. So you're not able to match up and it ends up with she cheating on you. And you too, because she cheated on you, you might also replicate her lifestyle because now you also want to be better and also learn be on top of your game, even though you might have in mind to leave her one day. But like I think if you don't have that problem, then you are safe because the concern will be if you meet somebody who feels like, no, this is too John the Baptist. I can't handle that. Then what are you going to do? Especially when you really like the girl.
oh, it happens. But
Oh, it
then
happened?
I'm not saying it happens like happens to me. Like that happened to me. Like, there are so many issues to this. So when it happens like that, you need to move on. Yeah, you need to move on.
You
There's so
really
many
like this
things.
person.
You like yeah, you like the person, and then you need to move on. So,
Okay.
you need to move on. You definitely get someone. Like you definitely get someone who matches up with you. I watched this review, and then the review talks about like the person already has experience. Right? And they said that that's the main cause of divorce for most people.
Yeah.
Before the person comes, the person actually coming with some form of experience, and the sense you actually need to the
Yeah.
expecting she's expecting to be satisfied with a particular way that if you're not giving it to her,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like, oh, you're not correct or something like that. You're not,
Mm-hmm.
you're not.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to prevent all these things, it's better for you to actually find someone who you think actually start things with.
You want somebody with no internship experience or no full-time experience.
Oh, so you have to go like that to get into it. And then
You
going to
have to
get
do
that.
it. I need to hear that part well. Oh, so are you
After
trying
that,
to say
get
you
into it.
want somebody with no experience?
Yes, yes.
But it can happen. What if you get somebody with
We can learn together.
with huge experience, but like they are changed, but the memory drive is not cleared?
So in that review, somebody mentioned that. And the pastor was like, you should find somebody who has that experience. I was
I
mentioning,
was like, the two of you meet up.
the two of you match up. Like,
I mean, I feel you on that because I think it's very dicey because there's some people that you can meet them with experience, but like they are not gonna project it on you. Right. Because now that you have the taste, you might, if that's if you enjoyed it, you might want to project it on the intern or the one with no experience that just come. And that'll be too much expectations on them. And that's how you can get to the stage where you're not satisfied. Because I'm like personally, I think I mentioned on the last podcast I did on the RJ Speaks that I had not tasted shawarma since birth until this year, my friend. Dave, you are listening. Thank you for the shawarma. He didn't want me to say it. He gave me shawarma. I didn't even know it was shawarma. I think I had to ask the person I was interviewing that, oh, shawarma, is that a thing wrapped? Yes, but the reason why I never sit down to desire shawarma is because I've not tasted it before. And that says a lot. But you can meet somebody like they might have experience, but like mentally, they are renewed. They are ready to learn with you or explore with you. Oh, your face does not look like you believe it. Your face is not giving like you believe. You believe. Then I'm gonna advise the girls that if you like Kingsley and please you have a past, please don't open up about that past to him. Just just keep it to yourself because the blood has blotted out
Yeah,
the past.
it's good to be open. You have to
No,
be
but when they tell you you're going to disqualify them,
open. Mm,
you're going to
mm.
disqualify them.
Let me take out a few days.
Think about okay, so there's grace and there's mercy. Yes,
Yeah.
but I believe so. I mean, since of course God forgive us too, we also don't have to hold other people's past against them. But it depends on what you make of the past. If it's gonna be projected on you, or you're always gonna feel like you're not matching up to the energy of the other person from their past. And sometimes you can compare it. There'll be instances that people, maybe I even know people that maybe they had sexual past before, but oh, the ladies were comfortable doing this and this with them. You're not doing it. We're like, oh, but why you to choose like picky? Why are you to I don't like this one. Oh, I want to do this one. Oh, I want to do this one. Right. And I feel like that's the consequences of having such experiences sometimes. If you're able to disassociate yourself from it, there's no problem with that. But if you want to project it on the next person, that's where the problem is. So me personally, I think that I mean if it's clean sheet, oh thank God. So happy. Clean sheet versus clean sheet, right? But like if it's also on the other hand, I strongly believe in grace. I'm not gonna hold your past against you too, but don't project it. Just don't project it on me or don't make me feel like I'm in competition with some past data or something like that. Yeah. So maybe one last, I mean, when we wrap up, I thought, oh, this thing took much time than I thought. Because I projected about 30 minutes. That's interesting. So what advice would you give to younger men who are struggling or have struggled in their past? Like, oh, did you clearly state your boundaries?
And boundaries.
Yeah,
Yes.
like what are some of the boundaries then after your advice?
Okay. One of my boundaries would be like being together alone, like
Oh, so
during,
can't you be together at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or something?
or like, I'm not done with that. Alone during like all hours. Those are
So
my
like
boundaries.
in that room that you're in right now, like so like in your bedroom.
Around certain times, like
Okay, so
around,
you can be in your bedroom like in the afternoon.
in the afternoon. And what are you doing? Are we listening to godly music?
No, so why are you saying around certain times? Does that mean like at what time is it permissible?
Okay, let them question yourself.
Okay.
So we should be found together like listening in public, like, around public spaces.
So how
And
do you have intimate date times? Like,
around public places, I don't know, I'm single and
aww,
I've
isn't
not
that
gotten there.
cute?
I've not gotten there yet. So then,
Okay, so what you're
like,
saying
you
is
can
that,
sit at McDonald's, there's food and drinks and then you're talking about.
but you don't want to watch movie indoor, not in the bedroom, but like at the hall together. You can. Okay, so
So,
but that's indoor.
you understand me?
She will understand me. Also, so she can lie on you when watching the movie.
Oh, it can be possible. But then, I don't know, we should watch the movie. We should,
So it's
we should think
movie.
about that.
But don't you think that you have to have friends around? Are you gonna be the kind of person you're watching a movie and you have friends, or you can watch it together just alone?
I've been out female friends and watch movies with. Like, they
Okay.
come around and watch it. But then, they're watching a movie, like, and
The
then they are
movie is
just
the
fine.
focus, not the
Yeah,
bodies.
that's
Okay, I feel you. And those are your boundaries. So not indoors. And what again?
ungodly hours. Yeah,
What's an
and then
ungodly hour?
the ungodly hours, like, maybe, let me take an example. Let's say, let's come over. You can stay with me like for some time.
What if it's a night?
And night, whether you are stranded and you want to come to my place for a night or
Okay, so she's planning. Let me give you all the instances. She's planning to book a hotel the next
uh-huh.
day, but she didn't. She wants to save cost. She's a student,
Mm,
so she wants to be at your place instead of okay the hotel. She's not going to get a hotel. It's going to cost a lot. Like the cost of hotels. So she want to be with you like 3 nights. She said she'll be at the hall. Let me add that. She said she'll be at the hall and you be in the bedroom, or you be in the bedroom, she'll be at the hall.
I'd rather do that. Maybe she'll be in the bedroom, I'll be in the hall.
So that's still the same under the roof thing. I feel like I have a way that I can bring your rules back for you to conform, because now I've been able to give you an example of sleepover. What do you think? Yes. And maybe okay, so whatever city
But
you
then
are in.
maybe
Uh-huh.
not on the same bed. Yeah. So even that, it will come with like some restrictions. Like,
No, we just need about 10 minutes to get it on the same bed. Same house, we just need less than 10 minutes to get it on the same bed. Because, okay, I agreed that I'll be at the bed, you'll be at the hall. Then you're at the hall, like you're sleeping. I woke up before you. So you're sleeping, then I come sit by you and I'm watching something on the telly. Then we watch it together. Or maybe I'm in the bedroom, I'm sleeping, and you came to pick your shirt because your clothes are in the bedroom. And you came in,
and
you
then
came
look,
something, and I was now well. And you said, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" Then you sat on the bed too. I'm like, oh, my period. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. What should I do? Do you want Tylenol? Do you want what? And now you're on the bed. You know what's gonna happen. You know that. Oh, you
yeah,
don't.
second.
What do you say?
I don't feel well.
Yeah, like it's genuine at that time of the month.
Something can happen.
What are you trying to say? Yes.
I see.
I like your innocence. The way you don't see, I think with time you understand.
Yeah, maybe I understand.
Yeah. So your boundaries is with regards to not staying in the room together. But I think now you've been able to compromise. And I've been able to get you to bring it down. Then what else would be like your boundary before you give your last statement?
No kissing.
The way you say it, is it open for is it open for adjustments?
No, that's no, no kissing.
What happens if you kiss? What happens? What's gonna
What
happen?
happens if you kiss? I believe all these things are more like you are flirting with them. I think this is more like just
All
like
this, all this is what
you are flirting with them. Yeah.
you're flirting with the devil.
See, sometimes your intent is not to have sex. You feel like you're just kissing the person, but then who knows? You
No,
know what I
like
mean?
no, my question is that so after your visit of just 1 night or 2 nights or 3 nights, because she came here for a hotel, and you for whatever reason you on the bed and you kiss for whatever reason. Now what will happen if something like that happens? What happens?
Oh, we have to talk. We have to talk. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is happening.
You
Move
have to
forward.
talk about it.
Yeah, we need to talk about it. Yeah, yeah.
So
We have
what
to
are you
talk
talking
about
about? Are you talking about, oh, we have sinned, so let's go and tell what man did what did you mention? The man that you're accountable to, that, oh, we sinned. Is that what you're going to do?
it. I'll definitely confide in him. But then before that, we have to sit down and then talk about it. Like, let the person know that this is what that is it. Maybe we didn't do things. We shouldn't have done things.
So next time we don't do A, B, and C. Next
Yeah.
time you're gonna save money to be able to pay for a hotel.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, no problem. I got you. I mean, I strongly believe what would be like your words of advice to anybody struggling with boundaries though. Maybe the person did not have such parents to be very strict, or the person has a lot of friends that I mean suggest certain materials to them and all that. But I think I was talking about, and I knew a friend like that struggling with pornography and like masturbation, and had been she like a sober, quote unquote, had been away from it for a long time. Then a Christian friend just sent him a pornographic video. Just after a very long time, not even he going to search, but he has killed all the social media boundaries, no social media. But a co-Christian father sent it to him. And now he went back to wherever he came from. he has to start again. So for somebody who has been failing and going back, has friends, what's your advice to them?
No matter how far you've gone, it's not gone that far. You can still speak to someone. So there's this Quran on you version. It talks about how to overcome addiction. So it is very necessary for you to have an accountability partner, as I mentioned. Somebody
Oh,
that
I
you
should
cannot
say that
trust.
the U version app also has
They have, they
accountability
have
partners there.
no, not, it doesn't have accountability partner. But then I saw a plan that spoke about it.
Okay, and what's the name of the plan so that people can get to?
Something like overcoming addiction.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So first of all, we need to pray about it. That is very key. You need to pray about it. You need to understand that this, like, you need to know that you have a need, and then because you have a need, you need to know that you need somebody to save you from that particular need. Somebody to take that burden of you. You need to pray to God. The next thing you can do to actually help yourself is to get an accountability. Somebody you can actually confide in. Not people who will be spreading false information about you. Or who will be
That is the
spreading
post. They're spreading the right, the true information.
who will be spreading information about you. Like some people can say something and then add this thing. When you cry as well.
I know, right?
Have their own so you need to don't just find anybody. Somebody will just be laughing at you. They will go and meet somebody and then they feel like they are just saying a joke. But then by the time you realize they say something ill about you. Yes. You need to find somebody who you think is very worthy. The person is not judgy. And then you confide in the person. And then you can actually arrange with the person like if it's daily basis. You call the person and then let the person know that. So this is how far I've gone today. So you have been able to abstain from this. The following day, you call the person to have been able to abstain from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some time, some people say that if you're able to do something for 21 days consistently, automatically, like, it helps you to
Also, I can say if you're able to, let's say, stay off, maybe if your issue is like anger per se, you're able to stay off being angry for 21 days, then you're on the right path.
That's what people say. They actually talk.
Have you tested it?
I've tried it once, and then even I tried it once, like continuously for some time. I stopped, and then sometime in the future, it happened again, and I had to always start like one of them. So, yeah.
I think that maybe it might apply to maybe certain habits. Like because for instance, like you can I think recently, like you can have been on a fast. Like you can be used to I mean, by the grace of God, I've been on like in a 70-day fast before, where like let's say 6 to 6. And
Oh, okay.
I said that I might have tapped into the grace of the ministry that was doing it also. I mean, by the grace of God, in as much as there's discipline also. But there was this 21 days that I did recently. Oh, Jesus. It was like I've not fasted before in my life. And there was this day that I think that, let's say today, I'm breaking today. I didn't really break well. Like I ate like one banana. And I went to my bed while I was eating it. So I had like biscuit that I was supposed to eat. And the biscuit was right by my bed. I woke up in the middle of the night, like in the middle of the night, and realized that, oh, I didn't eat the biscuit. Like morning is almost here, and I won't be able to eat it because the next day is also a fast. And as late as it was in the evening, I started eating a biscuit like some hungry human being. I'm like, why are you acting like you were going to die if you didn't eat and all that? So now that you were saying that, I was thinking, no, but when you say 21 days, then I think that it's relative on what kind of habits that it is, because there's sometimes that you can go a whole year without certain sins or certain addictions. But if you open a door for the enemy, you can easily repeat something, because there are times that people too trying to maybe stay off alcohol, maybe they're trying to be sober. They'll be like, oh, they've been sober for 5 years, they've been sober for 10 years. Then something can just even break you. Sometimes it's your emotions. And I've heard and read several times that what really gets you to go back to sin sometimes is the sense of rejection and the sense of loneliness sometimes, like looking down on yourself, feeling like maybe you're not enough, or sometimes people can let you feel like you're not enough, or people reject you, people disappoint you. That feeling can get you feeling like time to satisfy yourself, or some time to let go of all your principles and your morals. So you should have your guards on when it comes to protect, like knowing who you are and not associating who you are with how people treat you. The fact that people treat you badly or people don't care about you and all that does not mean that you have to do that to satisfy yourself. You are worth much more without like being angry. You are worth much more without being bitter. You're worth much more without masturbating. In as much as it brings short-time pleasure, your worth is much more than doing that. You don't need that 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes pleasure for you to know that, oh, you are worthy of pleasure. You're actually like pleasurable. So always have that in mind, that you are important and you are God's masterpiece and you are loved by God. Okay, so any final words for everybody watching? I think I've been out. So in fact, guys, I mean, thank you so much for staying on till now, because this has been a very long discussion, a very, very long one. But at this point, if you have not subscribed, please hit on that subscription button now and hit on the like and like the video if you're liking the discussion. But kindly subscribe and let's get it done. And this is Spirit at Work. So your final words, and we are out of here.
So it is possible to be in this particular age and then be actually pure.
That was a very good point. I think I'm going to make a flyer with you. I'm going to make a flyer with you. I knew a bit, like I knew a tiny bit of your background, but I didn't know you've not done a lot of stuff before. And I'm really praying. I'm really praying, like with all my heart, that God should keep you till the end. Till the end. Yes, because by now your family, your family, you what do you say? Your village family members are watching you, and they're gonna trap you very soon with your own Delilah, but you will not fall in Jesus' name.
Yeah, but it's possible. I think we always need to keep our mind on God. Like I said, yeah, we need to keep our mind stayed on God. You find yourself in certain places, from certain situations, you need to actually figure out the
So wait, please finish. Did you finish? Okay, so what's your maybe let me just say this. What's your main reason? What's your number one reason why you want to wait till marriage?
Why I want to wait till marriage?
Till marriage.
It comes with some peace.
How do you know? You've not been there before. So how do you know it comes?
There, but I have people that I know, and these people are people who I don't know if it is true they do this, but then they are like my role model like this, like after the graduate.
Oh, thank you, Pastor David Ajimani, if you're watching.
Yeah. After he doesn't even suspend to date, they were dating. He believes in friendship.
Like this is me.
Courtship to marriage.
Friendship, courtship, marriage. That's my rule too. If you're coming, you don't have your dates in mind. Like my friend going to sit somewhere. Like just go and rest. I know you have your time. I can't be entertaining. Like I've never been in a situation where like I have to think that when is this person going to marry me? God forbid. I'll never do that. Like I never do that personally. So I think sometimes it might sound silly and awkward, but like I think that's my own personal thing too. I don't have the time. Let's just be friends. Let's be watching our faces as friends. But if you're coming, then you're very sure with you're very sure. Because sometimes even people even come and think that they are sure, but along the line, the people behave certain ways. So not to even talk about those who are not even sure. Like I think since I was a child, I've never had any interest in getting to know somebody to see how it goes. God forbid. I never did. I never did that. So tell your mentor that I want to meet him. That I already like his mind. So yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. So looking at this marriage, and then looking at some other marriages, people who have actually, I mean, they say it to me, and I believe them. So looking at their marriages, you can see that everything is going on very well. They have beautiful family, beautiful kids. It's possible. It's actually nice. It brings some kind of peace. And then, you see, the one about the rule I was talking about. They've gotten to explore other people. So once you meet your partner, you feel like the partner is not enough for you. So I think sexually pure, that would mean that you actually you are crossing that particular barrier. It won't cause any issues in the future. This is the first time you are getting to meet us. This is the first time you are getting to do everything. So you can learn stuff and then you can use stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I strongly agree with that. I'm also open to the, maybe you might not be open to that strongly, but I'm also open to the, oh, you can have a past, but once your past is in your past, that's fine. But don't bring your past into my face. Right. For that one, I'm okay, but you can have your past, and that's
How
perfect.
you do that? The person wants to break your past.
Okay, so I mean, like, even you, before we decided to, come online, there's some things that I would ask you. I asked stuff in question form. I have the moment, like, I get somebody's contact, I enter we start texting, or even like just as friends, not for relationship purpose. I start finding out those core values and details through chats. And I'm not going to make it up about me. I'm not going to give an example that, oh, would you do this to me? No, I don't do that. I use examples. I can say, oh, this is my friend. Oh, she dated this guy. And can you imagine what the guy did? Then I'm going to see your reaction. Like, why is it? Why did the guy do this? Why did the guy do that? Then I said, oh, so you think there's some guys that without dating them, that, oh, they don't believe in monogamy. They don't believe a man should be faithful to just one woman. Just by the things that they say, right? They feel like, oh, men can be unfaithful. So I can be saying it jokingly or with examples. Hey, now that I'm saying all these things online, when I do, they'll catch me. They'll be like, oh, she's trying to please, guys, don't be marking my statements. But like, yes, there's a way that you can find out. Sometimes you can find it out through dreams. Sometimes you can find it through discernment. But like, I like the conversation thing to get to know. Because if we all decide that, okay, we're going to keep it sexually pure, right? And upon our meeting, there are certain demands. Oh, why don't you want to do ABC? They say, why don't you want to kiss? Then, oh, why don't you want to? Okay, you can kiss, you can cuddle, but you can have sex. All of this, I'm not like dumb. I know it's coming from somewhere. Because let's say we all agree today, we're not gonna do this. But along the line, the demands are increasing. You can't tell me that it's not coming from your past. You can't tell me you just sat there and you wanted us to, because we had an agreement, what we did is, but the more that you bring stuff like that up and you make it look like, oh, you're so awkward, you don't want to do A, you don't want to do B, or you're too cold, or you can't do this. As a human being, I know that, oh, it's because it was easy for you to do with this other girl, or she allowed you to do C and D. That's why you're projecting that on me, because that was not part of the agreement. Because sometimes that it will come up, the kind of things that they like, the kind of girls they are following on Instagram too. Sometimes you see the kind of content that you're interested in. Because you're relating with somebody, they might be acting all Christian, all cool. But when they're with their guys, it's a whole different thing. Like they talk so different, and you'll be able to know, especially you these guys, your real habits when you are with your boys' boys. Like the content and how they argue, like this issue about the Equatorial Guinea man. The opinions people are giving shows the kind of person they are. Instead of the person maybe saying, oh, the man did not try. Maybe now that you also told me that the woman too has some story going on. As a woman, I'm supposed to, oh, then the woman too did not try. But if as a woman, I'm saying, yeah, a woman can do whatever she likes, but the man you should be able to know where I stand. So if a man is saying that, like, I have a friend like that. As we were saying it, I just noticed the kind of ring that functions in his head, right? Because he didn't even mention the issue about what the man had done. Like all these women, he didn't have any problem with that. His whole problem was, why did married women allow the married man sleep with them? So now guys have to take DNA tests for their children. You don't have to trust any woman until you've done DNA test. That's not your baby. And that's where it's coming from. But the man, you're forgetting the main source. The main, you at least, okay, the women did not try. We agree. They breached marriage rules. You're not supposed to have sex outside of marriage. Fine. But you should have spoken about all, but like his focus is no, as for the man, a man is a man. And I mean, that's thought alone is trash. It's just, I didn't let him know. Maybe if he watches it now, he's gonna know that, oh, so she thought that what I said was trash. Yeah, 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 friend, that was trash. Right. So that's it. But like, because it's my friend, it's not somebody I'm dating, right? He's open about it. And I'm going to know that, oh, that's what you think. You think that it's okay to do that. So I believe that talking to people, I'm going to know. And there's some people that like they'll be open to you about their past. Be like, oh, I did A, I did B, which is okay. But when you start making that, it always comes back to when you start making the demands, what you're trying to say without you saying it is that you didn't believe what you said, or your historical data is making some predictive analytics in the future for what you already know. And that's a problem. So once you can separate it and respect your new person's boundaries, I feel like that's where grace comes in for me. I don't have a problem with that. But once you project it, my brain will tell me, your past is haunting you. You're still like with it. Yeah. So, I mean, that was a fruitful discussion. That was a very long one. I didn't see it coming. I think at this time, I'm going to let the lady coming in next week. So we're just going to have to time this thing, but I hope that it was fruitful. If you have personal questions, I mean, you can drop it. He will get to answer them. Maybe he will come back to the comment section and come back to answer it. But definitely don't leave without subscribing. And it was great having each and every one of you on this great topic. And hopefully we are taking notes and we are learning. Now at least I know a lot of, no, I don't know a lot of guys. I know a number of guys who are abstaining. And I know a number of guys who like haven't tried it at all. But today I'm gonna add it to my diary that, oh, I know a guy who has not kissed before. Are you gonna feel embarrassed about that?
Oh, I'm okay.
You're very okay. Very, very okay. Okay, so now the whole world will hear that Ken has not kissed people, but I'm very, all jokes aside, I'm very proud of that. And I'm very happy for you. And I pray, I'll add you to my night prayers. I'll pray like you don't join the other statistics, but you take it to the end. So that when you are in the altar and you say you may kiss the bride, that's actually your real first kiss.
That's it.
Amen. Thank you so much for coming. And this is where we close the curtains and get ready for next week's session. It will be a female to tell us more about a very different topic, but interesting one. So maybe to keep your curious eyes up. Stay tuned and subscribe because it's only subscribers that get to know it when we go live. So please have a nice weekend and it's spirit that works. What you see, it's what you become. Bye for myself and Kinsley.